Dying people who smoke cannabis will no longer be classed as criminals. The government's changing the law to make medicinal cannabis available to more people, including those in chronic pain. And it's planning on having a medicinal cannabis industry up and running within 2 years. Jenna Lynch reports.
Rebecca Ryder suffers from chronic pain.
I know I look well, but on the outside, but I've been living with a pretty intense chronic pain condition for the last 12 years.
To cope, she imported cannabis products from the US, but got caught. Ever since, she's been campaigning for medicinal cannabis law reform. Today, the government acted.
For everyone who just got a little more freedom, I'm celebrating, but there are a lot more people who are still going to be waiting for their freedom.
The new law will allow doctors to prescribe medicinal cannabis without health ministry sign-off, and patients will be able to pick it up from the pharmacy, but that will take some time.
The package that we've put together is real progress. It goes further than any government has gone before.
In the meantime, terminally ill patients with 12 months to live will also be able to smoke illicit cannabis without fear of prosecution.
It's a signal, really, to those who would wish to prosecute for those who are terminally ill, that they need to be compassionate.
But there's a problem. While they can smoke it without being arrested, supply is still illegal, so patients can't grow it legally or buy it legally. Rose Renton, who fought for her son Alex to be treated with cannabis oil, says that's dangerous.
How do we access it? Are we going to have terminal patients going down scoring a tinny from a tinny house? It is obviously not safe. We've got a synthetics problem in New Zealand. How do they know what's safe and what's not?
The government will also allow medicinal cannabis to be produced here in New Zealand and expects it to take 2 years before we have a full-blown industry. Manu Kani was last year granted a licence by the Ministry of Health to grow a trial crop of industrial hemp. He says his product could be ready for the market by the end of next year at a much cheaper price.
We've got some great growers, some great land and growing conditions on the East Coast, and can do it at about a quarter of the cheapest product that's on the market at the moment.
Today's announcement was symbolic for a Labour-led government, just a year after the death of Helen Kelly, a union stalwart who led the campaign for decriminalisation.
I hope Helen Kelly would see this as real progress. She fought long and hard.
And while the government thinks they've done her proud, Rebecca Ryder is vowing to keep fighting.
Because she was so inspiring to all of us, and I believe she'd want us to keep pushing.
Ryder will have her chance to do that when Parliament takes public submissions next year. Jenna Lynch, News Hub.